Hi,
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
how are you?
Okay.
I
The
just learned.
snow, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
The,
Snow, that's way more interesting.
the snow that hit us just recently is gone again. So it's the concrete is dry again. And what do you know? Several inches of snow have come and gone in Colorado. We're grateful for water.
Yeah,
Hallelujah.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I never realized that March is actually the snowiest month in Colorado.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
It's like
always surprised when it
we're
snows in
we're
March.
desperate for water, so March is the right time to get it. We'll take it.
Sure.
morning.
Good morning. Welcome, welcome. I learned something new today. If you don't click the I agree to be recorded button, it won't let you enable your camera.
Really?
I must have always have done that out of order or something, but today it wouldn't let me start my camera without checking that. All right. Well, I guess we could go ahead and get started. I met Andrea at KubeCon last week.
Nice.
Very cool. He brought his son with him. Um, he just stopped by the JFrog booth and said hi. So that was cool. I love meeting people at those events. Always a plus.
That's awesome. How old is his son? Is he like school age or
Yes, yes, he's younger.
so
Younger.
he's getting him into tech nice and early, taking
Yeah.
advantage
Yes, get him exposed to that conference, feel. He
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
has
No,
soon.
it's great though, isn't it? Kids are always interested in what their parents do. So to get along to a conference like that is probably exciting.
Yep. Yep. Very cool.
I know it was a while ago, but we ended up at one of the conferences meeting two young women that got sponsorships from the Linux Foundation to come to the conference.
Yeah.
And then a couple of years later, we met them again at another conference, and they got finally got jobs and stuff like that. So it was really cool to see that that how it was able to enable them to stay in the tech industry.
That makes a huge difference. I had a very similar experience meeting someone just last week. He's a young kid still in school. And he was asked to help with a Kids Day project. There was a Linux Foundation Kids Day the day after KubeCon. And he volunteered to help solve one of the problems that we were having with one of the projects. And as a result, he got into KubeCon with a similar type of deal, getting a pass for free. And that was the only way he was going to be able to come. So it was pretty incredible to see that happen for him.
What Steve didn't mention about those two girls that we met, they were twins.
Ah, very cool.
And they were really cute twins, and they were pretty identical. It was like they talked the same, and they were all,
They definitely had the same mannerisms.
it was like you wouldn't be able to tell them apart. I guess you couldn't accept one without the other.
Very cool. Okay, I'm going to share the agenda here. I was working on it this morning. I have to admit to you, I probably shouldn't, but I did not remember that I was running this meeting this morning until I looked at the agenda and I'm like, oh yeah, Andrea is out for Easter vacation. So welcome everyone. Let's go ahead and get started. I did get a couple of things to share that we want to talk about under our project updates. I saw Mark, you looked at that PR that was out, and we made Andreas made the last change for quarterly versus monthly project updates, and I went ahead and committed the PR, so we're on a roll there. And then this morning, Roxanne reached out to me. She said that Lori LaRusso had an idea to go ahead and take these updates as they come in quarterly and just make a blog out of them and share it, try to get more exposure to that from the community. So they had a rough draft example here I wanted to show you. Just very simple, just educating everyone on
I
where
think that's a great idea.
I thought so too. Yeah.
Lori she rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some easy low hanging fruit to get those out.
Yeah. Yeah. The one question that they had and made me realize maybe we need to address this with the GitHub repo too, is she's sharing the links to the updates. Now, I think we just need to make sure that these don't break. So wherever the source, I mean, I don't think there's like a privacy problem because they're public already in the GitHub repo, but I think the concern is just about where the source is actually being stored and whether if there's a risk they would be broken or you know, if we could commit to just making sure that these are reliable links.
And you're talking about historically, not initially.
Correct.
Yeah. So they need to be sustainable in the long run.
Yeah. So I don't know
So
that.
maybe where do those links go to?
So like the Tecton one goes to Google Doc.
Maybe we need to, I wonder if there is a way to have on the CDF page itself,
Like,
if there's a way to
Oh.
have a project page that is the project page that gets updated,
okay.
as opposed to having separate locations for these things, so we always know where the project update page is. And I don't know if we would just update it monthly, so you would lose the history, or we would just create a project page that is based on date, because that's all these were going to be.
Well, what the problem is when they're in like Google Slides or Google Doc, if they're a markdown, updates in a markdown, those are going to persist in the GitHub repo. So it's really if there's slides that we need to deal with. Probably the best thing to do would be to convert the slides into the PDF and then add the PDF into as the same commit with the markdown. It's an extra step, but that would persist it.
So just to repeat, make sure I understand that we have our little projects folder. And for example, for Jenkins, maybe we would have a resources folder or something in here where a PDF could be uploaded.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
Because what you can do is when you do the links, you can link to something back in history if you need to, based on the commit.
Okay.
I'm worried that we're solving a problem we don't have. Aren't the Google Slides links good enough? They're as far as I can tell, they're pretty close to permanent. Google Slides don't seem to go away. Yes, we could publish a binary image to this repository of the PDFs, but then I have to get into but do I really want to clutter this thing with large binary files that are PDFs? And my Git management role starts worrying about misusing Git for binary repositories.
I should be speaking about this.
I think what it would be
Artifactory.
is just not using the same slide deck as your monthly update. So the next time you do a new update and it's in Google Slides, you don't go and update the previous one, because then the information would be lost. So you'd have to create a new one. That would be the way to manage that and preserve the history on that.
Archival is a good point, because I tend to
Does that
reuse
make
my
sense?
decks. Yeah, our PDF for archive is a good point. Fair point. I hadn't thought of that. That's
the only reason would be
right.
Is the archival,
because I tend to use the same deck over and over again. Absolutely. So
yeah,
good point.
And everybody does. They just go and tweak it.
The other thing I noticed is I think there was another link in here. Maybe it was for Spinnaker. Let's bring it up and verify. I think it could possibly be like a user Google account, right? Like how can we make sure that user doesn't ever go away and doesn't ever delete this file? And, you know, so yeah, again, archival purposes.
But that would be the solution, just to create a PDF and, like you said, do the resources folder and stuff like that. It's not a huge problem we need to solve right away.
Yeah. For this initial blog to put it out, maybe we could be satisfied with the links as they are. and fix this as we move forward.
Sure.
Thoughts on that?
That works.
I like the idea, just, less work for
Yeah.
for anyone to try to go back in time and fix that would be.
And we could even go and update the blog later when we do get around
Yeah.
to it. So
Yeah,
that's not the end of the world either.
Okay. Good deal. Just gonna note this really quick. All right. All right, the other thing that Roxanne wanted to make sure happens is that all of the project winner names get sent to her by Friday. And I think she's going to send an email out to everyone, but she needs those ASAP. Of
Thanks for reminding.
course. All right, any special interest group updates? I don't have any new ones at this time.
For me.
Okay. Other community voting should have been completed. Those are being processed right now. We should be able to find out all of the winners coming up at CDCon. Pretty excited about that. Also, Roxanne went ahead and started a review for the new State of CD report for this year, for 2024. And I put a link to the 2023 one that we had last year from Slash Data. And they're going to, the theme is going to be pretty similar. So that's in review, the first draft of that for this week. By Friday, we should have it in a state where we can get it released in time for CDCon. And that was all I had, other than complaining once again about daylight saving time. We've got 5 more days before we're all in sync again. That'll be nice.
Yeah, I have a question. So my teammate, it will be CDF this year. I wonder who else is there, and maybe you guys can meet.
Oh, at
I
CDCon?
would love to.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
And in fact, one of the people that I mentored for Google Summer of Code will be there.
Ooh, how exciting.
They're flying him in from India to present, and I'll get to eat dinner with him Monday night. So,
That is
yeah,
fabulous.
Nice.
it is. That's awesome. I
Yeah,
don't know who funded
that's-
it, but thanks to whoever funded his travel. That's marvelous.
God, I would love to meet some of our contributors that way. It would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be really
Well,
cool to plan something for all of us to get together, even if it's just for a coffee or something. I know we all have limited time while we're there.
what does the schedule look like for evenings? Does anybody know? Maybe we could get together for dinner one night. I know that sounds ambitious, but we should.
Yeah.
Let's set see what it looks like, what the calendar says. What does the agenda look like for evenings? Program schedule.
Bring it up here too.
Five o'clock on Monday, 5 o'clock is speed networking and probably goes for an hour. So nothing's happening Monday night.
Yeah, I'm eating dinner with my colleague Monday.
Yes,
that
Monday
GSOC
night, yeah.
contributor Monday night.
When do you,
but
what day do you come in? We don't, most of us don't come in. Let's look at, so Tuesday, it's
so
the
I
same
arrived-
thing.
Yeah, I actually arrived Sunday night. So
There's something called Tux Trek, a solutions showcase. at 5 o'clock, which is kind of like drinks and whatnot. We could get together Tuesday after Tux Trek on Tuesday night.
That sounds good.
That sounds awesome.
Okay, I will take it upon my duties to look for someplace that we could easily meet. How many of us will be there? Be Steve and I, Mark and
Bonnie, yeah, we have budget reasons, so only one person could go.
so he won't be
I
going.
believe
No, I
Darn.
wouldn't. If there are two, we'll see if we can get 2 spots next year. So I'll go.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I believe
Um,
Lori will be there as well. Not sure what she has scheduled already, but
Sorry, who did you say?
Lori LaRusso.
Oh, yes, yeah, she said she'll be there.
Is Lori working for somebody? Did she?
Self-funding her
it?
travel, or she found somebody to fund the travel, didn't she? I don't remember which, but
She was self-funding, yes, but I think she will have news to share soon.
I hope so.
good, very
Bless her
good.
heart.
Good news. She has good news. But I think
Good. Okay,
she's
so there
keeping
was
it
be
on the down low.
1, 2, 3, 4 plus Lori 5. Neil, are you going to be there?
No, sadly, I'm in the same boat as Alan. There's sort of competition, shall we say, for international travel. So
Yeah, I
so
had kind of assumed that.
yeah.
I'm assuming Andre's going to be there, you think?
I would say so.
So I'll make it for 6.
No.
I
Yeah.
I would start with 6 and we can
I'll
adjust
do
when we get there.
We'll do 6 people at 7 o'clock.
Work.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
I'll find someplace near there and let everybody know.
Excellent.
Well, I'll send it to Melissa. I'll send it to you, and
Okay.
because I don't know if I guess I have the group email, but I'll sort it out.
Okay.
Yeah, we can leave our email here.
Okay.
Good idea. Thanks, Alan, for bringing that up. Sometimes it
Yeah.
needs to be an afterthought. We all arrive and they're like, oh, we should have done something. We should have planned something. It gets too difficult once the event's in progress.
Yeah, that's why I'll put it. We'll get it on everybody's calendar, so at least we know where we're supposed to meet. And if you can, great. If you can't, I'll try to find some places a little more casual that if somebody drops, it's not a big deal.
Cool. All right. Any other news, updates?
No, just I spoke about getting that deck together to talk around Fidelity's open source journey. So we're going to bump it till after CDCon. So I think April 30th was the date that Roxanne had kind of penciled in, Tuesday, April 30th. So possibly subject to change, but that's what we're shooting for now, which is great for me actually, because it takes the pressure off having to get a deck finished and finalized and approved. So I think most of the slides I want to cover there anyway. It's just a matter of kind of getting the flow and giving it a dry run and then getting it approved. So that's the plan so far.
Cool. All right. Well, keep us updated. Love to support that when it comes out for sure. All right, if we don't have anything else, let's go ahead and get some time back, but this was good stuff today. Good to see you all. Excited
Right.
to see a few of you soon in person.
Yeah, in person.
All
Great.
right.
See you.
Have a good day.
Thanks. See you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
All right.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.